All right. I've got something that was really funny,
Okay, what do you got?
but also requires context that I appreciate being able to get out of the way.
Okay,
So last week our cat died. Peaches died last week.
yeah.
I don't really want to talk about it much more than that in that regard. However, it is important to the context of this thing that I swear to you is ungodly levels of funny.
I
I
cannot,
understand,
like,
and I understand how stupid I look saying, like, our cat died last week, and my fucking patched up Packers jacket and my Jordan Love shirt that I put on just for the podcast because I like him.
that's pretty funny.
So
I just can't possibly fathom
I
what would
so
require.
so I think it was yesterday. Uh um we we've had her like body for like until yesterday since she died, which was on Saturday. And for me that was difficult. That was not how I would have handled an animal dying, but it wasn't my animal, so I'm not upset about it. It's whatever. But for me that made it harder. So in a lot of these situations where we were handling it, I struggled. And yesterday we brought her to like a I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like it's a place that we're gonna give them $250, and in a few days they're gonna hand us back an urn and a couple other things that's it, that are like, oh, here's the cat, you know.
Yep.
And I'm gonna let Jambo out. I wanted to keep him in here because we've been trying to keep him company, but yeah. So we're in this place, and she's like, and it's set up like a showing, where like a person's dead and they have their coffin and it's all open and shit.
Yep.
And so it's set up like that where she's in like a little bed and she's all blanketed up and it's very sad. But I also have a horrible headache. It hurts really bad. So I am just like sitting in a chair, like spacing off because
Oh, I thought you meant right now. I was like,
no, no,
damn,
no,
we can wait on the podcast.
no, we're
Let's
good,
get-
we're good. But in that, okay, it's also I decided it was hot, so I'm taking off the patched jacket.
God
But
damn.
but so we're sitting in here. I'm like struggling because this is not how I would have handled it, but it's okay. I'm not upset about it anyway. It's her stuff. I want to handle it exactly how she wants to handle it, but it's not how I would have if it was my animal. So that was a little difficult for me. I'm also having like a splitting headache, so I'm just sitting there, completely spacing out. And they have a lot of like animals in like comfort animals that are in the rooms, right? Like they have these huge ass dogs. Like I forget what they're called, but they're like the big dogs,
Yeah.
Like in my head I'm thinking Great Pyrenees, but that could be wrong. Either way, they're huge. And like I have this cat on me that I'm just kind of petting just because the cat's like has jumped up on me, and I'm just spacing out, and then I hear this noise and I look up, and this massive dog like in the room with the dead cat has pissed all over the floor. Like it's just I look up and the dog is just standing there with a massive puddle of piss just in all over the floor. All the animals have walked through it. It is tracking through the entire building. It is everywhere. And I just broke and I just started laughing. Just pissed everywhere. It went all the way. So I had to like get up and go to them and be like, "Hey, we're good, but your dog just pissed everywhere. It's just all over." And like you should probably do something about it. And they were like, "Oh," and they came in with the fucking mop and had to mop all the piss up. But dude, I just like looking up and being like, "Wait, what?" As there was a pit, like I'm real shit. Like I'm saying, it was like it was huge. It was it. Oh my god,
Jesus
there was
Christ.
so much piss. Yeah.
That's a pretty good story. That was definitely worth all the setup and everything.
Was it? Was that not funny as shit? Dude, like that was like for me internally, that was like all-timer funny.
Really?
Yeah, that was like he pissed everywhere. And like deep like in the moment of like everybody being like, "Oh my god, man, the cat." And then boom, piss everywhere. Just out of nowhere by an animal who was not comforting shit. He was just walking around. He would like they just let him
Bro
go.
was just hanging out.
He was just hanging out, which is chill. But he pissed everywhere. I thought that was really funny. Did you not think that was this funny?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it just didn't land right for me. I mean, it's funny. It's a fine story. Definitely not all-timer level for me. Maybe if I was there, it would have been different. If I had experienced that.
Maybe, but did like you just hear a little noise and then look up and just a dog standing in a pool of piss?
It is funny. Don't get me wrong. It's still pretty funny.
And then because like we took a second to like understand it, like what was going on, and like laugh about it for a second. Then I got up and like when I went to tell the people, I'm just seeing these little paw prints of piss in the floor, like through the hallway. Yeah, I mean it happened yesterday, so I haven't been and like I wasn't in VC last night, so I haven't been able to present this joke to anybody else. So maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I give that one like a 7 out of 10.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Sounds pretty good.
Like it's pretty good still. It's a good story.
Yeah.
It's not. I think you oversold it a little bit.
Did
that
I
was the
oversell?
problem. I think you oversold it, and that kind of bumped my expectations up. And then it was just a pretty good story, and not like one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
I hate you.
I'm just judging you so hard in the middle of the podcast.
You're judging my grief right now. I want you to know that. I want you to know. Kill yourself.
Okay. I couldn't think of anything funny to say that was also not horribly mean in that moment, and I don't want to actually be that mean. Like
I don't care.
Yeah, but kill yourself.
Had I been banned on Twitter by the time since the last podcast? Did I already do that?
Talked about it.
I did. I didn't remember.
Yeah, you talked about that.
I was just checking.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I haven't done much since the last podcast. It's been a lot of that, which I'm not really here to talk about. That was it. That was the whole thing on it.
Okay. Yeah. What do I have? I got a couple small things. There's a big zombies thing that we can talk about.
Yeah, was that the thing you sent me last night?
Yeah.
That one? Dude, so did he finish out 255?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
Or he didn't actually play the round out, if that's what you mean.
Oh, he didn't play the full round out?
No. I don't think so. Or he might have played the round out, and then I didn't actually stay for the whole stream because I was super tired. To give context to what we're talking about, because we didn't actually explain the thing. Someone yesterday, as of the recording of this podcast,
wasn't it Blasters?
Yeah, it was Blasters.
Yeah. Is it just Blasters and not Blastiers now?
I don't know.
Is the I gone? Because I saw in his name the I was gone, but then I saw somebody in the chat said Blastiers, and I was like, I don't know. I was quebbing.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, he yesterday, as of the recording of this podcast, got round 255 on BO2 on Buried, which is
first time.
First time, by far and away the highest round on BO1 or BO2. All right, I guess not like, I mean, still pretty good. I think the highest other than that is 250 on Derice.
On BO1 Derice?
Yeah.
It is weird to me that even with insta-kill rounds, nothing in BO1 could get there. That like in Black Ops 2 we could get there, and in Black Ops 3 we can get there, but with the addition of every other round, the zombies literally being one shot immediately isn't enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might theoretically be possible. It's just one of those things where the timings on it are so tight, and you have to get such good RNG. Like I'm pretty sure Derice, if you get like few enough missed insta-kill rounds, you can get 255.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just super possible on the other games, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, for a long time, it didn't seem like it was on BO2.
Yeah.
Like, Like for a long time, people like way back didn't even think Buried would ever get past 200.
Dude, I still remember, like, I think it was way back, but it might not have been. Like, check me if it wasn't actually way back. But a guy, there was like it was like a thing that got spread around a bunch where like a guy was like, dude, I made it to around 200 on Buried, and he cheated it, and it like came out after, but it was like a thing for a bit that it was like, well, we knew this guy didn't actually hit 200 on Buried because you can't do that on Buried, it's not possible.
Yeah, I don't actually remember that happening. I don't. So I don't know. I can't check you on that.
I don't remember if it exactly happened like that, but I know that somebody cheated to hit 200 on Buried, and that it was like a bit of a thing.
That sounds right. Yeah, dude. Shit in Zombies is just going crazy right now. There's so many different like records and things happening. Fucking
yeah. Well, I wasn't sure if that was happening because from my perspective, like all of my knowledge of this stuff is you saying, "Hey Jack, look at this," or like I just happened to see the Noah video where it's like the Shadows record got broken again. Like
yep.
Like I didn't think it could be done. Like that's my entire knowledge of it. So like I don't know if like you're just paying attention more or if it is crazy. So it is crazy. What you're saying?
I think a little bit of it is I'm paying attention more now, but there's also just like so much nutty shit happening. I mean, the start of the year of fucking BO2 255.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. Just to start off 2024.
Yeah.
It is super impressive. It was an like over 100-hour long game, played no power the whole way through.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What does no power do on Buried?
I assume it's like I think it like helps prevent an error from happening. There's some error that happens once you have power on.
Is it just like a thing in Black Ops 2, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like a BO2 thing.
'Cause I know it's similar on Die Rise, but Die Rise has like a specific thing that makes it.
Yeah,
special.
Die Rise, it was preventing a specific error with the elevators that was caused from zombies getting killed.
But I just don't know if maybe it's like something similar where it's like turning on power does that in Die Rise, and then turning on power in Buried does something similar but less obvious.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a lot of the specifics, but it's still just fucking sick to see. Dude had like over 300 viewers when it happened too.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I was one of them, and then I was tapped into Discord. I was playing 7 days.
I was here,
dude. Because like I was looking at it, because I how long were the rounds taken? Do you remember? Did you watch it go to 255?
Yeah, I watched it turn over. The round was almost exactly an hour long.
Okay, yeah. So I was watching it when he was like 37 minutes. Was around the time you sent it to me. And then I tabbed back into 7 days and completely forgot about it. and then Mac left an hour later, and then I tabbed back out, and then the Zombies game was there, and he was on 255, and he was like 30 minutes into the round, and I was like, oh, well, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah, dude, I DM'd Jack last night because I was like, this is a pretty significant Zombies thing. This is like, I'll send it to Jack, and he can like watch it live when it happens. And then I saw the round flip over. I was so fucking tired. I just went to sleep right away. And then I woke up and I just saw a DM from Jack going, damn, man, I missed it. I tabbed out. Fuck.
Yeah, no, fucking I missed it, bro.
Missed one of the most significant Zombies accomplishments, maybe the most to happen in the past few years. This is like
up there.
This is pretty huge.
How long ago was the Shino record? Like the big Shino record? It might have been a while ago, but I remember it was like broken and it was like a big deal, right?
Yeah,
but it was like a while. It was years ago, but like I'm asking.
Like BO3 Shino?
No,
or
no, World of War Shino. I thought I split it, dude. I thought I did it again. I thought I fucking shanged my Shino, bro.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It's yeah, that was the big one. The 10K would have been a few years ago at this point.
Yeah, who was that again? That was fucking like Krups, right?
Yeah, Krups got that.
Yeah.
Dude, Krups played a crazy Noct game this year, too. I didn't even know about it when it was happening, but it was like... I think this year somebody played the first game of Noct, like, toe reset or something, and then Krups pushed the record to, like, 8,800, I think.
Jesus. What was it? Do you know what the first reset... What did he also get reset?
Yeah, he played out
Mm.
full game. He beat the record by like hundreds of rounds, I'm sure.
Like a bunch.
Because that's just kind of how it goes on World at War.
I vaguely remember someone playing to reset though. That's something I remember.
Yeah, dude, something that we gotta watch. I watched it last night. The fucking like video that comes out from Wonderful every year that's like compiling all the zombies records. I just saw that video last night. I watched it. Some of the shit in there.
Dude, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, we can. I enjoy watching it together, dude.
Dude.
Fucking some of the clutches and shit, dude. The clutch of the year that got voted on.
Pot of the Dead reacts. Pot of the Dead reacts, and we roll up and we watch it.
You wanna?
Dude, I'd be down, but like it would feel a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's definitely a world where we sit down and record it and go, we cannot post that. There's no world we post that shit. Fuck that.
Dude, just one of the craziest clips I've maybe ever seen in zombies is the clutch of the year, which is some dude playing First Room Mob of the Dead.
Oh my god.
It's fucking like it's just ridiculous. It's insane. Like I don't like.
So obviously, if you're ranking a 1 to 10, it's a 10, right? Because it's clutch of the year and it's like all time high.
It's insane.
Relatively, where is our Origins clip?
Our Origins clip. I don't know, because
that is a good clip.
That was sick. Not nearly at like
yeah.
This was like just such a technically impressive clip. Like
was it like one of the ones where it's like he bam wiggle hop into a corner bam like just like jump wiggle jump wiggle.
It's not like wiggling really. It's just like perfect movement and like manipulation of the zombies. He's in like the M14 corner.
Oh, you can do some shit in that M14.
Oh,
corner,
he
bro.
did some shit.
You could do some shit in that corner, bro. You time that shit right. You can drag him all the way into that back corner and wrap around.
Yup,
dude.
He like did that. Like if like he runs through, he goes over to the side, he runs back, still stuck. He does it. He does that shit like 4 times in there. Just like it's crazy. It's insane.
From like the perspective, like for me, like I would do that shit all the time, but like obviously not anywhere near as interesting, and only ever like at one at a time. When I would do it on town is I would run all the way into the double tap corner, and then I would leave, and then I would move around them, and it was fun.
Dude,
and obviously that was way fucking cooler probably because it was way tighter presumably.
Oh yeah, it's you'll see when we watch the video. It's
unless I watch that shit and I'm like, I do that shit all the time. I have the clutch.
No,
of the,
you've not done
bro,
like
I got
like 4 cutbacks.
Nah,
in a
bro,
row.
I got the 2015 clutch of the year on town, bro. Way back, bro. Me and Aiden in the corner with our ray guns, bro. Is Christmas. 1 packed, 1 not. Clutch up. Dude. Oh my god.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. And then there's just there's so many records. It's like a 20-minute long video almost of just like.
Do you remember how long the last one was?
In my head it was like 15.
What's his name again? It's like Wonderful.
Yeah, Wonderful.
And I assume it's spelled somewhat similar to
Wonderful spelled with a U.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah, I don't actually remember how long the one from before was.
This one was 18 minutes.
Dude, it's also
okay. So to be fair, this one was 30 seconds longer.
Okay, yeah, that's not that crazy, but still. I mean, that means last year's was also nuts.
Dude, he uploaded a video 2 months ago that was like, dude, a buried round 236 world record. I made a montage.
Dude, the buried record got pushed a bunch this year. This was the year where people really like dialed into whatever was going on in that fucking map.
Yeah.
Fucking I remember watching Issue's game where he was playing it. When he got the 236 and it was like it seemed like it was going to be on pace for a 255 for a while, and then at some point he just like he had like an error tracker or something, and it just like as he got further into it, like deep into the 200s, it just was like it's not happening.
Dude,
He,
oh,
he
that's
was
so
just he was just he
tough.
was just playing the game not caring because he knew he couldn't get the 255.
Dude, I'd be if I'm like, I think I can do it. Like, I feel like I can, but I'm looking at this number, and the number says no. The number says that I just, I did my best, but I just can't.
Yeah,
I'd be
because
so
at
sad.
that point it's like skill wise, he absolutely could have played that game
Yeah.
out. But
So did Blasters do anything different, or is it just he did the strategy to perfection,
I
and
don't
that bought him enough time?
I don't know. I haven't actually watched the full game. I do know that, or I think he was running Saloon Strat for at least a good chunk of the game because he had like an on-screen counter for the amount of like trample steams and turbines
Yeah,
and
yeah.
subwoofers he's used,
Mm-hmm.
and he used like 6K trample steams or something.
He used a lot. He had a lot of them.
So he definitely was running Saloon
Oh yeah,
Strat
it does
for a
make.
while.
Yeah, I did look at it, and I was like, he's not fucking using any trample steeds. So what is he doing? Why is that number so big?
Yeah, like you switch to turbine strat. I don't understand why. I'd have to like really dig in probably to understand like
Is turbine strat maybe safer? And he was like, well,
I mean it's definitely an easier strategy.
so you think it was like it might have been safer, and he was like, well, I've bought myself enough time. Like
Could have been, yeah. It could just be a thing of like once you get to a certain point. Like he got the 255, so he clearly had enough like time for it
Yeah.
with the air or whatever. So
and so again, you don't know if he finished out the round.
I think he did. If he was 30 minutes into it when you saw it, then he probably did.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like you got to finish that out just for the first time in Black Ops 2 to see the number go down and come back up as the same number, right? Isn't that how that works, or does it just go to 0, or does it just blank out?
I don't actually know what it looks like in BO3 or BO2.
How does it look in BO3? I forget. I don't want to watch it.
I don't know. I don't know if I've actually seen someone finish out 255 in BO3, or at least recently enough to remember.
I know I have, because I remember looking at and like thinking that people should be using the fucking mod that like allows you to pass 255.
Oh yeah.
I just think you should. Like see how far we can push this motherfucker. Let's see can we like do you okay. Here's my question for you as the zombies person.
Okay.
Do you think that on Black Ops 3 a 300 would be possible if you could get to that round?
Easily.
Easy?
On Revelations, it's like 30
Oh, yeah.
hours to 255.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So easily you
Yeah.
could get that on
I
Rev.
forgot about Rev. Rev doesn't count.
Rev doesn't count. Moon's also like absurdly fast, so maybe
Moon.
Moon's possible. I think Shadows is pretty fast. Shadow Strat is pretty quick. I don't know about Shadows as much. I'm not as confident. I think Moon fairly confidently you could get to 300.
Right.
I don't actually know. Maybe not on Moon, because I know it does slow down. I don't actually know what the like 255 time would be off the top of my head.
It's crazy how stupid Rev is. Like, the map is so dumb for so many things. Like, dumb can be not necessarily a bad thing. But goddamn, so much of that shit, they were just like, fuck it.
Yeah, bro, they just said whatever.
I mean, like, we don't have to make that bone more visible. That'll be fine.
The Easter eggs fucking stupid.
Dude, I'll never forget that week. Dude, every single day you check in on the streams, like,
Dude.
did they figure it out? Do we know what the next step is?
Dude, that was while I was still like I think that would have come out during school, but I was in online school, so I was just at home all day watching the streams the whole time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I spent most of my days like in school being like I did that like 3 or 4 times every single period.
Dude, I was just like I still remember that first Noah stream where he was like first going through the map.
Yeah.
Like rolling up to Mob the Dead the very first time on that shit was so fucking hype.
Dude, and it's like, you can get his hat. You can get Weasel's hat. You can just put it on.
It's so good.
I
That map for as many issues as it has and as much as it's kind of mid now, it was so perfect for that first time playthrough.
dude, oh my god.
Just that perfect level of like nostalgia bait of like
Yeah.
here's just everything.
The entire map is fan service, pretty much.
that
and
on that first playthrough,
Yeah.
phenomenal.
And then it took us a week to figure out one step, and we were like, I mean, all right, calm down.
And then the race to solve it was fucked because everybody kept blue screening.
Oh
the
yeah,
boss fight.
dude. Oh my.
Noah
shit
made it
was-
there like 3 times or something and crashed out when he was gonna get it first.
Oh my god, that shit was so fucked.
It's good to remember that because it puts into perspective that Black Ops 4, for as fucked as it was, wasn't the start of those issues.
Jesus, dude, it was so fun.
It wasn't the start.
My memory is so vivid watching Noah with the fucking servant shooting down the fucking crystals and then going to the pack machine and being like, it goes in! We can do it! Dude, so vivid. Oh my god. Just Black Ops 3. The whole thing. I can feel it in my brain. And it was almost a decade ago. It is now, count my calendar years, so we're still at like roughly 8, like real time. But calendar years, we are 9 years away from Black Ops 3.
God damn.
I still remember all of it so vividly. I remember because the thing is that almost every time a map dropped, I was at your house.
Yeah.
And we were hanging out.
I think the only time that didn't happen was during Rev.
Yeah, probably Rev.
Because I remember watching that alone, just not.
To be
not
fair,
being around.
Rev was like a 2-week long process.
Yeah.
We wouldn't hang. We hang out for like 4 or 5 days sometimes. You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'd be like, I don't want to leave. I want to stay in this fucking crevice over here.
Yeah, but I mean, like the day it launched, you weren't at my place.
Yeah,
I still have such a specific memory. This was like a few days into the egg hunt, and people were getting desperate. And I remember Noah just sitting there going, I don't know, you think I could like listen to the Easter egg song or something? Maybe that has a clue. And he just sat there, listened to the song like a bunch. He was just sitting there, just like, is there anything here? Just like pulling his hair out.
Which song was that again?
That was The Gift.
Oh yeah, I don't listen to that song very often. If
It's
really at all.
that's one of those songs where I'm okay with it if it pops up in a playlist or something.
Oh, that's the fucking Leviathan song, ain't it?
Oh, I think it is. Yeah.
You know when you get to the fucking guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I think of that song. That song isn't the Rev song; it's the Leviathan song.
Yeah, it hasn't taken over the Rev song because I listened to it enough before that.
That makes sense. I didn't
That
know.
it kind of ingrained in my memory.
I wasn't listening to many. I remember the Beauty of Annihilation remix being garbage, and then I fully checked out of listening to the new music.
Yeah, I think I've listened to that Beauty of Annihilation remix 2 times ever.
It's so bad.
It was the first time I ever heard it, I was like, oh, this sucks, never mind. And then I didn't listen to it for years.
Yeah,
And then I think
I remember this.
I think like a couple years ago I went and I was like, maybe it was one of those things where I just listened to it and it wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
And maybe if I just go in with a fresh perspective, no, it's still pretty bad.
I remember you doing this. I remember you being like, I mean, it might not. Like, maybe it isn't that bad. No.
Could have just been bad expectations. No, it's just kind of mid.
Okay. Also, so here's what Rev is so fucking stupid. Again, I'm repeating it, and I'm irritated. Okay. I hate. So you know in the Pack-a-Punch room, you know how they have like the fucking things that shoot you out into the areas.
Yep.
Which is really cool. Why does the ground feel like that? You know, because that's the area where if you walk, like you slide, it's like ice.
Oh yeah.
It's like ice, but it's tilted ice. So you're shifting in one direction, and I hate it so much, and I think it's so stupid.
I don't know. That's one of those things where I just don't like. It doesn't fucking matter. Who cares?
Like, what do you mean?
I don't get why it's like that. It feels like it's like the tunnels are like trying to suck you in or something.
The slide has killed me before, surely.
Has it?
Yeah, because it fucking changes the way you move, and if I'm like trying to not go into one of the fucking things, and it's being weird, and my movement's fucked, and there's a bunch of zombies, and maybe I don't have a fucking thunder gun or a servant. You can get cooked.
Okay, but what are you doing in the pack room on Rev if you don't have a thunder gun or servant?
I don't know. I don't want to fucking kill everything immediately, always, every time. You know, I don't, because you could just get, it's so fucked. You can have the thunder gun and the servant.
The upgraded servant.
The upgraded servant.
It's, yeah. I don't know. I've never run into issues on that, but I also, I guess, didn't think about the perspective of, like, I've never been in, like, a bad situation in that spot before, so it just didn't, like,
Yeah, I have.
register in my brain that that was even, like, a thing. I was just like, it's just a fast travel area that you go to when you're done packing.
Yeah, that to me is one of the more open areas in that spot. So, like, in theory, I'll, like, try to be in that area a little bit, and it just fucks you up. And I hate it.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then also the laser things are always a little weird.
Laser things are a little weird.
It always functions. It's just a little bit weird.
Yeah, it's whatever though. Most of it doesn't actually matter.
Did everybody? It was like, oh, you spawn in, and it's like, oh, dude, pack is right there.
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit.
Dude, that was so good. Just everybody's initial reaction to that of just, oh fuck, where are you going, man?
Dude,
come back with that.
Dude, it's so funny. Like, because that was like in the era where like everybody was like making compilations of all the YouTubers reacting to stuff.
Dude, I'll never forget just the fucking Crovey trailer dropping.
Dude, everybody was so excited for that fucking gun, bro. Dude, oh my god. Everybody like screamed.
Yeah, it was in that time too of like everybody overreacting, like,
oh, yeah,
way overboard.
Yeah.
It's fucking like PPSH shows up in the box, and if you're a normal person, you go, dude, that's cool, that's sick. And then these YouTubers are just, oh my god! Oh my god!
It's the PPSH!
Oh my goodness gravy!
Dude, obviously it isn't this, but when fucking the year before, when Advanced Warfare announced Exo Survival and not Exo Zombies, and Lex threw his fucking chair into his closet door and heaved his controller across the room. Because he was
inhuman behavior.
Like, what are you doing?
Inhuman
But also,
behavior.
Back in the day, that shit banged.
At the time, it was pretty funny.
I loved that video.
You look back on it now and you go, you're so fucking cringe, bro. Oh
right?
my god.
But at the time, it was like,
it's one of the few times where I'll use the word cringe and feel okay about it, because that was just it was fucking cringe.
Dude, but I remember the other day I say the other day, it was like months and months and months ago. But it was like the other day.
Yeah, the other day.
I was watching something and they played the music from Lex's old intro. Dude, and I got like smacked. It was, oh my god. That shit caught me so off guard. It was, but that shit banged, you know?
I don't even remember. I'm sure as soon as I would hear it,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would go, there it is.
Yeah.
But I can't, like, hear it in my head right now.
I think I probably wouldn't have been able to hear it before I heard it again, but then I heard it again, got hit by the wave, and now it's in my brain forever.
Yeah.
Maybe not forever, but it's in my brain for the foreseeable, you know?
Yeah.
But dude, oh, that shit. It was so good. Black Ops 3 was so good. I feel bad for all these fucking people who did not get to see it and think that what's happening now is better than it. People think that. And it's crazy. And oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that now is better, but I do enjoy the modern era of zombies. Despite all its problems, I'm
not even necessarily talking about the modern era of zombies. I'm talking about like the culture around zombies and the culture around the game.
I mean, I will say, right now it seems like it's at probably the best point that it's been since BO3. Like
Cold War was good.
Cold War was good, but it didn't have like the YouTube presence. It feels like for as good as Cold War was, I've seen so many more people like new people popping up, like posting Modern Warfare Zombies stuff, and like the YouTube side of things being active, and like the community really clicking with the mode and like taking to it. Like
Okay.
it seems like it's happening. Maybe that's my perception on it. But I don't know, because I was like into Cold War a lot during the actual life cycle, and it feels like more to me. But maybe I'm just more perceptive to it.
Like I don't take my word for it, bro. I don't fucking I'm since fucking like I was super locked in going into BO4, and then it wasn't great on launch, and then I completely like pretty much from Black Ops 4 onward have almost entirely checked out of Zombies YouTube. I don't like I watch stuff sometimes, and I keep up with some world records occasionally, and there's some videos that I'll watch if I think are interesting. But I don't like I haven't really watched Zombies videos for, I mean, at this point fucking 6 years.
Yeah, I'm not like super active on watching zombie stuff, but especially with like MWZ going for the camo grind and trying to like just figure out how to get like what the XP methods were early on and shit. I was like I was in it a little bit more because I was trying to like really keep up with the strats and the meta shit for getting the Borealis. That I will say, Borealis is such a good camo, and it's so not that hard to go for. So many people who never have touched zombies in their life went for that camo.
Absolutely.
Which is that's pretty cool. Having a bunch of not zombies players just go, this camo's fucking sick, I'm going for that, and then getting into zombies from that. Seeing all these like Warzone players and shit who have never even thought about zombies in their lives, and then just running around with it.
We got him, bro. We took him. We didn't take all of them, but we have a part of them now.
Yeah, we got a good chunk of people.
It belongs to us.
It's so sick just seeing people running around with Borealis, knowing that
you put some work in for that, and I know you did.
Yeah,
because I also put that work in.
Yeah, it's almost like it was such an easy camo, relatively speaking, that as the year goes on, I'm getting a little bit sad because it's just not special anymore.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Like I roll up on Cold War and I have Dark Aether, and that's still kind of impressive because that was like you needed like the weapon leveling, I think, was a little bit slower, and there was never like just a shipment that you could go to like super easily farm that out. And also the camo challenges were harder, is like get fucking
like 1,000,
like 2,500 kills, 2,500 pack kills, 2,500 headshots.
To be fair, that was normal zombies though, which
it was normal zombies, but it was also you had to at least get your weapon, I think, to level like 40 to get those 2,500.
Yeah, that is true.
And then it's like it basically until then you're not even starting, because all the 2,500 that you get before you're just gonna get when you do that
shit that sucks, bro.
Yeah, it was like Dark Aether wasn't a hard camo, but it was definitely more of a grind than Borealis, like by a pretty significant amount, I'd say. So like I roll up with that and it's still kind of impressive, and then with Borealis it's just like when I got it at the time, it was still, I'd say, mildly impressive.
Yeah.
Not even mildly. It was probably, to be fair, also, throughout the life cycle of the game, having it at all is probably, like, top 5% or whatever the fuck of the player
Probably
base.
something like that.
Because, like, maybe less than... I don't know what the actual statistics break down for on that, but... I don't know, it's just... I don't feel as special anymore.
Yeah, no, this one definitely is not as special.
It's such a good fucking camo, though. I say that all from the very selfish perspective of I want to feel cool with my camo, but also it's such a good camo that I'm really happy that people are just like able to get it. Like, it still gives a grind and something for people to sink their teeth into, but it's not fucking stupid like a lot of the old mastery grinds.
Yeah, no. So this is, again, the first mastery grind I have ever done, and I was like, damn, this shit does not feel as good as I wanted it to. Everybody already has this shit. Like, all these guys, all these like multiplayer and Warzone guys fucking have it, and I don't want them to have it. I want me to have it. And I want my people to have it. And I want a couple of them to have it, but not many of them. I want like a few.
Yeah, but then also you get it done and you have one of the coolest camos.
Yeah, you have your one.
Yeah.
Locked in always, every time.
Or if you're like me, you got your Interstellar, so you got your 2. You got your swap class ready to go.
Yeah, I have not played Modern Warfare 3 in a while.
I haven't finished it.
And I as time has gone on, I do think that my concerns over the new zombies for me were valid. It has dropped tiers. It is like I'm now like bordering into C.
Damn.
It like because there's just no way to track any of it. There's no way to think about it. Like I don't know. There's just for me like there is the stuff that there's the story missions, which there's a good amount of, and there's like schematics to get, which is a good amount of. But past that and fucking just getting camos, which doesn't feel like a part of the game. It feels like a thing to do outside of it. It doesn't. It feels kind of for me disconnected from the game itself. There's just nothing to actually do, and there's nothing to think about. And for me, that is the entirety of what I enjoy is like internal thought about what is happening and what that means, and there is no way to do that.
Yeah.
I might have explained that poorly, but
I think I get what you're saying though. Is like you can't go for a round.
yeah, I can't go for anything. There's that like within the game, within the context of playing the game on its rules, there is nothing to go for. Like beating a boss I've already beaten because it's not that hard to do it. Doing like we did the Dark Ether, what are we gonna do? Do it again? We did all of it, right?
Yeah, bro, speedrun. Dude, I mean, there's like, I've seen a few people do the, like, all bosses in one game. That's pretty cool. Seen people go through, take out, like, the Warlord and Stormcaller and the Red Worm and go to the Dark Aether.
Also, the fucking Season 1 Reloaded zombie shit is just like, hey, we're giving you a new Warlord.
I wish there was a little bit more than that.
Dude, I was looking at it and I was like, oh no. Like I don't believe that this is all like that this is like necessarily a sign that we're getting nothing ever. But this is nothing.
I mean, there's no way that they don't support zombies well, like, going forward, though. Like, I expect with Season 2 that we'll get a substantial amount, because, like...
I mean, we probably will, but, like, but also, like, it is a little worrying that the second update, there's, like, nothing, you know?
Yeah.
It's a little concerning.
Yeah, I think it'll end up being fine. It's just there's not a lot to go for right now, which is fine.
Yeah, but just when there is nothing to gain, like in outside of game progression, there is nothing to do. There is nothing to go for. So for me, that is dropped it to bordering into C. Probably not. It's probably still sitting in B, but it borders into C.
Yeah, I am kind of feeling that as well. Is like I just don't have a draw to play it right now because there's nothing really.
There's nothing to fucking do.
There's nothing to do. It like old zombies, you just hop in,
Yeah.
play a match, go for around like 20, 30, whatever.
Yeah.
It's also the way that the progression works is really starting to like grate on me now that we've gotten into it a little bit with like the cooldowns on schematics and shit.
It's just so annoying. It's just so annoying because you can only do so because of the timer. You can only do so much.
Yeah.
So all the fucking items that you get is like it allows you to do more. Like it opens up the gateway for you to get more done. And when you can't fucking use them, it's just saying you can't. Like it's just lowering the cap on what you can actually do in a game.
Yeah.
It's irritating me.
Yeah, like a lot of the wonder weapons and shit. Like the WAF in MW3 feels great. I love using the WAF. WAF is fun.
Yeah.
Flying around with the Scorcher is super fun, but you just don't get that much of it.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that is good and is fun is so like limited.
Mm.
It's like with older zombies, you go back and it's like you load into a map. You have to go through all the setup obviously, but once you get your shit, as long as you stay in that game, you can just like
Just do your shit.
Yeah, like
Whatever you want.
For as long as you want it to be fun for, it will be fun.
Yeah. But in fucking new zombies, you've only got an hour. And even then, it's probably closer to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I do still think that it's good. It's fun for what it is. We just need, like, the biggest thing is we just need to, like, get more new content. Like, that's what this mode facilitates, is just, like, new stuff, and we haven't really gotten that yet. So we're just kind of in the middle of, like, the downturn.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to come in, like, waves and troughs, you know?
Yeah, like, new update, Season 2 is going to come out. We're going to go for whatever story missions and shit come out.
And we'll be like, damn, dude, it's like top of B.
We're going to do that. It's going to be really fun, and we're going to
And then Season 2
drop
Reloaded
off.
will fucking suck. And then we'll be like, damn, bro, might be C.
Hey, that's all you. This is still fucking S tier zombies for me. Easy.
You want to say that shit with your chest?
No.
You wanna say
No, I do not. Absolutely not. I think I really genuinely don't know where it falls for me right now. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I provided B, bottom of B, because my brain needs to spit out an answer. I need, internally, I need to have an answer to that.
I really don't, because when I am having fun with it and I'm, like, enjoying it, for me right now, or I guess, like, me a few weeks ago when I was, like, really into it, it was, like, some of the most fun I've had playing zombies. Like, while I was into it, I was fucking into it.
Even in solo?
Oh, yeah, I was having a great fucking time.
What were you doing in solo that you were having so much fun doing?
I mean, a lot of it was just, like, doing the camo grind and shit, and, like, I did a lot of the story missions solo, like some of the Act 3 stuff. I enjoyed going through for those solo. That was fun. What else have I done? Well, a lot of my time playing, actually doing the stuff hasn't been solo. It's just been doing the grind stuff. But I've been enjoying the grind stuff so much, and just, like, I don't like actually watching videos on the shit as well. Like, keeping up with the community side of things a little bit more. I didn't really do that in Cold War. I, like, occasionally would watch a video. It's like, oh, high round strategy for Mauer der Toten. Okay, cool.
I am now vaguely on Zombies Twitter. Not really, but a little bit.
Getting back there.
Yeah, I follow Rizzo.
Fucking love Rizzo.
I see a good amount of Russian. Is it Russian? I always forget.
You also ask it every time.
I know. And the problem is there's a wrestler named Roosh, but it's spelled Rush.
I think you've probably mentioned that.
I also have probably done that.
I think this might be the second or third time that you've said that.
I do these things often.
You definitely have at least said that once before. I remember having that interaction.
So is it Russian or is it
I don't
Russian?
know.
All right.
Which is also the answer I've given you every time. I don't know.
But yeah, I see him a little bit, and then I get those, like, COD lore facts. You know.
COD lore facts is kind of a funny account.
Yeah,
He's just a goofy fella.
Yeah, he just be posting shit.
Yeah.
And then it made me really happy because my least favorite person in the community is Crazy Rabbit. I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
And like you see the Rizzo thing where he was like, I'm like gay and shit. Everybody else.
Yeah.
And
of course I saw that.
Yeah. So I just had to say it. You know.
Yeah.
And then I was reading it, like the tweet, and then I saw one of the top replies being like, yes, fucking people like Rabbit, bro. And I was like, I'm right.
Yeah.
My like on a whim thing that, like, years ago I just, like, watched a video of him on Knocked being like, women can't play basketball. And I was like, this guy sucks, and I was right. It makes me really happy that I just completely banked it. Just was like, nope, this guy's bad. Don't like him anymore, dude. But he used to do those "What is every gun do on round 50" videos, and those were kind of good.
Those were good videos.
Those videos kind of banged.
I remember seeing those pop up. Now he does, like, I see his videos in my recommended occasionally.
Really?
Just because it's, like, zombie shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of just, like, 15 minutes of useless zombies lore. It's like that type of thing.
If you look up Crazy Rabbit, the first thing that pops up is Crazy Rabbit the Smith Plays.
It's my most exposure to him was because he was in the you know the what are they actually called, the like Four Corners maps, the like,
Yeah, the last man standing.
Last Man Standing. Yeah, he was in all the Last Man Standing videos. It was like Tim Henson,
Yeah,
Crazy Rabbit, Lex, and then
a fourth.
and then a fourth. I remember the fourth guy actually being pretty funny when they did the like original run, but he was also like a smaller zombies guy. He was also playing with that group, so
didn't he like change? Didn't they like switch out people occasionally? But it was like those three, but then like occasionally it would be like a new guy.
I think so.
But yeah.
Or I don't know if it was like occasionally there was a new guy, or if it was just like they did a season with someone and then he did another season.
But those are the main three. Is Tim Henson cool? Because he's playing with them, which is not good. But like I remember thinking he was chill.
I don't remember him doing anything actively bad on the same level as Lex or Rabbit.
But he's like guilty by association.
Yeah, he's still playing with them.
You used to fuck with Tim Henson, right?
I mean, I watched some of the Last Man Standings. That's about it.
Really? I thought you like had like an era where you fucked with him like heavy.
I wouldn't say that. I probably had a night or two where I went through some of his videos. I remember watching a couple of like random challenge videos and shit.
Maybe
he was so big for a while that he was hard to avoid.
Maybe I misinterpreted you being like, dude, I like grinded through Tim Henson videos last night, bro. Maybe I interpreted that as you were a huge Tim Henson fan.
Yeah, I think if memory serves right, that's a misinterpretation from you, because I remember liking him. I never really had anything super against him.
I don't know. I don't like his voice. I think he sounds kind of like a prick, you know?
He does a little bit.
Like just a little bit, which is why I like, which to me is the bad spot where I'm like, I mean, like his videos would like seem like they're pretty interesting. He's not that much of a prick, and he like has a kid, and that's like, to me that's kind of like cool, you know?
Yeah.
Assuming that you had the kid on purpose, you know?
Well,
that's like,
there is the kid. He did have the kid on purpose, but I believe I remember seeing a video from it and watching a little bit of it. Maybe I am a bigger Tim Henson fan than I thought.
Fill me in.
It was,
what's going on?
Well, this was. I think this video came out after a while of him like not uploading.
Mm-hmm.
This was one of his first videos back, if I remember correctly, and he was just like, "Hey guys, so I'm going through a divorce." He got into a relationship with someone and like really wanted to have a kid and like start a family, and so he like rushed into it, and then it was like he rooshed into it.
He rooshed into it.
And then it was like a really unhealthy relationship,
yeah.
And then it just didn't work out. And so it was like a weird podcast kind of thing almost.
So maybe you don't respect the game of having a kid, you know?
Yeah, because he was like, I want to start a family. And then he got with someone and started a family within like a year or something.
That's tough. You can't do that.
Yeah. Also, that's one of those things where it's like, when you're a dumb kid and you're just like, I gotta start a family. Like, I understand it. Like, it's a pretty significant mistake.
Yeah.
It's also, I'm not like you're a bad person.
Yeah. But like to me internally, that there's like a certain level of like kind of respect that I give to a person who like is just like, yeah. And then I got fucking married and had a kid, and you know, and now we have that kid, and I'm, you know, we're still going. Like, I'm still doing this, but I also have a fucking kid. He's going to school soon. like I'm like, all right. I mean,
I will say though,
right,
anybody who has a kid and they like post pictures or videos of them of any kind, I have like such little respect for. Don't fucking post your kids on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that shit. I
don't hate that shit, but I completely understand where you're coming from, and I completely respect it.
Yeah,
I also would not do it if I had a kid.
Like, it's just a thing that you don't do, or that you shouldn't do.
Okay, real question.
Yeah.
What happens if I have a kid and I post pictures of them online, and what do you do?
I mean, I'm probably just gonna message you and be like, "Hey, you like shouldn't post pictures of your kid like that. Like,
No.
it's just
I'm gonna do what I want.
okay. Then you're fucking stupid. You're a moron. Don't do that.
Is that no? I'm gonna keep doing it.
Okay. I don't know where that goes from there, but
Do you
the
lose
thing is, I also
respect for
like.
me as a person?
Oh yeah, absolutely, I do.
Okay. The door opens for there to be a new one to come in to be the homie. I ain't the homie no more because I'll post my kid online. Because for me it's like I'm proud of my kid and I want to show people my kid, be like, look at what my kid's doing.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
fucking killing
from that perspective, like, I understand it. It makes sense, but it's also just a thing of like you shouldn't do that.
No,
Like,
probably not, no.
it's an issue on a few different levels. The biggest one recently that's like in my mind, which is why I'm like
While you're on it right now.
yeah, like it's one of those things that I'm always like thinking about or on
Yeah.
when I see it, but it's especially now
Yeah.
with AI and like with deepfake technology and shit, it's like especially dangerous.
Yeah.
But also, just in general, like that shit can get around to people who you don't want having pictures of your kids. And it's also, I think, just an issue of like a kid can't consent to being posted
No.
online. They don't have a choice over that or their pictures getting out there.
Mm-hmm.
Someone could grow up and be like, hey, I don't fucking want those out there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for me, maybe this is why I feel so strongly about it, is, like, there's so many fucking pictures of me out there from, like, karate and shit that my
Yep.
dad posted,
Yep.
that if I, like, had the decision on it now, I would say, like, I don't want those out there. Like the ones of me younger especially. Like, when I'm a teenager and the pictures that actually make me look cool, I'm like, I don't care. Like, those are fine. I don't mind those being out there. Pictures of me when I'm like fucking
But like
9
fucking
years old accepting an award.
fucking like Peanut Nidan up in that shit.
Yeah, I don't want that video to be out there, but
Like when I drop Peanut Nidan into the group chat, are you like, dude, I fucking.
I mean, you're posting that to friends. I don't like in the context of it's out there already and it's funny. I don't care.
Okay.
Like, if I had a legitimate issue with it, I would have talked to you about it.
You probably would have done that.
Well, that's I think that new me probably would have said something. It's also not really been that big of a thing recently. I don't remember the last time it's come up.
Oh, yeah.
Where like you've posted the video and you're like, "Hey guys, check this out."
Because it's really funny. Because you go Peanut Nidan, and then you're like, huh. You sound a little funny.
Yeah.
Little baby voice, little baby like 5-year-old voice, whatever the fuck. Are you like 5?
I don't know.
You're tiny.
I was older than 5 in that. I'm pretty sure. I
No,
was
no.
probably like 7 or 8.
Probably, yeah. But you
way.
sound so funny, bro. But yeah, I
If
just wanted to know if me sending that would like reminds you that video exists and it upsets you.
No, I don't really care about it on that level of like I don't even want to see it. It's not something like that. It's just if I had the choice, it would never have been posted.
Okay.
If I had like the foresight in that moment to make a decision on it, if I wasn't an 8-year-old.
Yeah, I just wanted to check that I wasn't doing a thing that upset you that you were never gonna say anything about because you're
good.
and I just missed it being a thing that like, genuinely upset you.
Yeah, you're good.
Because occasionally that does happen.
All those fucking pictures out there, like that's the reason I don't ever, or that it's like.
Oh yeah, you don't like your name being out there.
Don't say my name because you look it up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find that and then, you find any of those photos and it links like directly to my dad's Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Because they're like all posted on like his Facebook, and then you can go through his stuff and find like.
Lucky for you, your fucking name is dumb as shit.
It's crazy.
And like if someone says it, you could probably get away with that. You know.
I have.
Yeah, you could get away with it. Yeah,
Like
fucking spell it.
It's one of those things. I was kind of like. I was given like I gave a hint that nobody's gonna fucking follow the line on. I'll tell you and you'll have no fucking idea.
Okay.
Like there is a company out there that is an anagram of my last name.
Does anagram mean like all the letters?
Yes.
Do I know the company?
I mean, maybe. It's the image that I have of them in my head is like they're a company that you would have probably seen the name of at work. At the Bolt factory.
Okay.
Like before you quit.
If I would have seen it, I would have seen it.
There is an image that you or like their name on something that you 100% would have seen at some point at work.
Give me a minute. You talk. I'm gonna fall into my think tank here.
Yeah. It's I remember one time on stream though, that I don't remember who it was, but it was someone who was like a part of the lads, I think, or like in that group who knew my last name, who just said it in chat. They were like, "Oh, your last name's like this, right?"
It's probably Adrux.
It wasn't Adrux.
That's not me.
It was someone who wasn't Adrux.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because that's something Adrux would do.
Definitely, but it wasn't him. I think it was like Abyss or someone.
God, I fucking hate all of them so goddamn.
But I think he said that, and I was just like, "What the hell?"
Everybody but Wibbo. I could kill all of them.
He just said that, and I was like, "The hell? That's weird."
Also,
and then moved on.
Also, I don't know why, but like a tiny bit, like powering is tiny bit okay.
Powering has some funny videos.
He's at least I think actually kind of funny. But every other fucking one.
Do you have anything for the company or for the like brand or whatever?
So it's a brand that I absolutely would have seen that is all of the letters of your last name?
Yes, it is only the letters of my last name. It is the name of something. It's like
would I have only seen it at the Bolt factory? Or like
probably not. It is something that you like. I can't think of another place that I've seen it off the top of my head, but
if I was still working there, bro, I would have gotten it immediately. I know I would have. But it's been a fucking year.
I don't know exactly like what other shit they make other than the thing that I'm thinking of, but the thing that I'm thinking of is something that's fucking everywhere.
It's fucking everywhere?
Everywhere.
Everywhere in the building.
In general.
It's everywhere in general?
I can't wait to tell you after the podcast.
Is it like a Bolt? Is it like a certain Bolt company?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not. I will say, it is unrelated to the actual job.
Yeah.
I
I was questioning whether or not it was like a Bolt, and you were like, I mean, it's everywhere, and it's just like in the walls, and you're like, dude, you should have gotten it. It's like in all the studs in the walls. What's the problem? I would have hit you. Fucking God.
I can't wait to tell you after we're done recording.
What company would it have been, dude? We're an hour, dude. We could fucking end it. We can end it. I could figure out. Oh, who the fuck was it? What would it have been? And
How bad do you want to know?
I want to know really, really bad, but I also want to figure it out. And the problem
I don't think you're gonna figure it out.
The problem is that in this situation, something I would do would be to like list out all the letters, but I can't do that because also it would probably take me 30 seconds to name all of the letters in your name, not in the order that it is in. If it is in the order, I can drop it in a second. I spent so much time trying to memorize it so I wouldn't fuck it up ever that like I can just yeah. Which I assume is the same way that you did it.
Yep.
Is that you just hit it, and I'm sure it's what everybody does with all their names is that they just they get their cadence down of how to say it, and they just fly through it every time.
Yeah, of course.
What company would it have been?
We gotta discuss that, and then we gotta watch the wonderful video.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess I also haven't talked about on the podcast the Mauer game that ended immediately after we recorded. Yeah. We recorded the podcast, and then I think we got food, and then I sat down to play, and maybe 30 seconds in, it crashed on me.
Well,
so it was like an hour after we did the podcast or something.
Yeah, I was mixing up the last podcast and the one we did before, where we did the podcast and then I passed out.
Yeah, so it was so fast. I think you can't actually see in the thumbnail, but I think I was on like 731 or something. I was in the 700s. Not a bad round. I think I talked about it on the pod of like I'm I'm not really happy with the game, but I'm also not like upset with it. Like it's just I didn't get what I wanted, and it's fine. Kind of
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though. It was a fine game of zombies. I took that one fucking down. If I didn't take that, I could have had a flawless 730. Would be kind of like I would be like, well, I played flawless at least through the whole thing. So that's something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even fucking have that. I fucking wasted half of my goddamn break. At least it crashed when it did. If it had gone further, it would have been a lot worse if I had spent more days in that game. But it was I was in it for still a few days, probably like 4 or 5 at that point.
I need you to know I have not heard a word that you've said. I've been entirely in the like just trying to put the letters in different orders and like a word that like it is it like a word or almost a normal word?
I mean, kind of as close as you can get with those letters.
That is like a normal word almost, or just a normal word.
Yeah, I mean it's almost like a word. Depending on how you look at it. Some of the stuff I'm saying is probably making this way more confusing.
Probably. I mean, to be fair, most of it it doesn't really matter.
It makes perfect sense to me knowing what it is. I'm sure it sounds fucking incomprehensible to you. Of like, what the fuck could this possibly be?
No, I understand this. I understand it can like I get the line of like
You get
don't
the
know.
line where you're just like,
No, like I don't know. Like for me, it is just like there is obviously an answer. There is an answer. It is right there in front of me, and I just don't know what it is.
yeah, incomprehensible is not the word. Maybe it's more just like impenetrable. Of I don't. You know what it is, and you just
I'm
can't.
pretty
get it.
sure it's not Holurk. I don't think it's that. I'm pretty sure it isn't that one.
That gives you some of the letters.
Yeah. To be fair, no one's watching, which is why I felt comfortable saying it.
Yeah.
And even then, that doesn't tell you all the letters. That doesn't tell you exactly which letters I'm talking about.
If you sounded that out and spelled it out, you would be short letters.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, no. Why would you say that though? Now they know. There's too much information.
Who is they? We are 67 minutes into the podcast. My dad, who already knows your last name at best.
Ox.
Or Ox, who also probably knows. He probably doesn't know your last name.
It's also someone could watch this and hear that, and then there's a good chance that even if somebody does hear it, they're gonna go, I don't fucking care, and not try and figure out my actual last name. And then also, even if someone does, what are they gonna do with it?
Yeah.
How fucking dare you?
Kohler. I don't think it's that either.
Hey Jack, you want to know a secret? It is Kohler.
It's Kohler?
Yeah.
What do they make?
Toilets.
They make toilets?
They make toilets. All of the toilets in the bathroom have Kohler written on them. Exact same letters as my last name.
So I'm the GOAT is what you're saying.
I mean, you didn't really... Like, you got it, but you didn't really get it, you know?
And it's spelled exactly how I would assume it's spelled?
Maybe switch the H and the L around depending on how you have it. It's H first.
That's how I had it.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
I mean, technically you got it.
No, not technically. I fucking got it.
I mean, you guessed the right letters or the right like combination of them, but you didn't actually know what it was. Like you didn't get the company or whatever.
I did it.
I mean, yeah, it's they make the toilets.
To be fair, one company I thought it Kohl's. They got me there.
Yeah, that is true. That's what I was thinking. There's that line on it of like you've got Kohl's, which is a thing, which is kind of like that, and then also it sounds like the word coal. So it's almost like a word because it's Kohler.
Dude, okay, I'm seeing this.
Something like color.
I'm thinking about this from your perspective, where I'm like, is it fucking? And then like you're like, did you fully understand that what I was about to say was just gonna be a random assortment of letters that just ended up happening to be the exact thing? So if you're like, he's gonna say something fucking stupid. Wait.
Yeah, I did. You said it, and I was just like, this fucking. Wait a minute. Like, this fucking idiot. Look at this guy. He said what? He said what now? Hang on.
Dude, so me and Mac have watched through in the past 2 days an entire season of Survivor. Like we finished.
Why are you starting a new line?
Because I want to.
What is how long is this bit gonna be?
I don't know.
We're already over.
Yeah.
I'm trying to end.
I don't know. I want to talk about Survivor for a second.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so first of all, we had there's a guy in the show named Ty.
Yep.
Which is goated. It's not spelled like mine is, but it's TAI, and he's fucking like Vietnamese. He got to the final 3 and lost.
Damn.
And it pissed me off because everyone was like, dude, Ty spent the whole time flip-flopping between all these teams, betraying everybody. That's not true. You're all lying. You just act like they just are. He didn't do that. And then at the end, he was like, I didn't fucking do that. That didn't happen. I did flip-flop once because he fucking did. Dude, he crazy moved out an NBA player. A guy who I liked the whole time. Mac, he's a dick. His character in the show is he's being a dick. And he's a character because it's all kind of characters.
Because it's Survivor.
But he won a championship with the 2008 Celtics. So I spent the whole time being like, this guy knows what it takes to win an NBA championship. Not many people on this planet know, but this guy knows exactly what it takes. I just kept saying it the whole time. And dude, he had the craziest move where it was him. So it was Ty, NBA player named Scott, and this dude named Jason, who's also a dick.
Dude, you started saying Scott, and I thought you were going to say Sky, and I was about to go crazy over the fact that you didn't mention that until now.
It would be really funny. But dude, so they had this crazy move where essentially they were like, they were pulling crazy shit at camp. Where like everybody, it was like clear that they were like on the outs with the group, so they said fuck it. And they stole away the axe and the machete so people couldn't make food. They were pouring water on the fire consistently.
Oh my god.
Just because fuck them. And to be fair, they were like, it's psychological warfare. They're gonna tear apart the seams. And they fucking did. And then like that happened, and at the end of that episode they voted out somebody else. It wasn't the NBA player who was fucking pouring shit on the thing. It was crazy. But the idea is why they were so powerful was that they had 2 idols. Which the idea of idols is that it's like, oh, everybody votes, and you can be like, oh, I play my idol, so I'm safe. Any votes cast towards me don't matter. But in this season, if you had 2 idols, you can cast them after the vote was read. So you can cast it specifically if you lost. And so it was like, all right, Ty's got an idol, and Scott has an idol, and Jason won the immunity challenge, so he's chilling. So they're guaranteed and they're good. But so they gave 1 to Scott and 1 to Ty, and Scott like gets voted out, and then Scott looks over at Ty like, give me the idol, so I'm good. And then Ty's just like, and then Scott's like, what? And then he was out. And it was sick. And the thing is that I had already I had looked him up because we wanted to like look into him because he's a fucking basketball player. So I knew exactly when he ended up getting voted out because I was looking at his wiki. And I talked to Mac in that episode knowing full well that he was absolutely going to be out that episode. And I was like, Mac, you're going to fucking whenever we find out his result, because he might win. He might win the whole fucking thing. When you find out his result, you're going to look at me and I'm just going to fucking, because I knew. And then 20 minutes later, she looks over at me and I'm fucking, I knew. Dude, it was, and then, dude, Ty had this buddy named fucking Caleb who was sick. We thought he might have been like a cringe dude because he was like a fucking veteran and like a Southern veteran guy.
Yeah.
Who on paper that sounds like it could be really cringe and they could be cunts.
Could be, but I don't know.
Could be cool, and he ended up being chill as shit. Because I'm pretty sure that Ty was also gay. Pretty sure he was. So and he was just kissing everybody. and so he ended up being really good buddies with Caleb. And we're like, if you're cool with Ty, you're chill. Because Ty's so sick that if you're cool with him, you're a cool guy. So we loved Caleb, and then he got fucking medically evacuated.
Oh my
god!
God.
Because they were doing like a reward challenge, and it was super hot. and they were like digging through sand for like 45 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
And then Caleb, and like you have to dig through sand to get these bags that have like balls in them. Essentially, it's like play skee ball. Essentially, it is like you're digging up the balls in skee ball, and it was like if you get second, you like get fire or some shit. You get like a matchmaking kit or something like that, or like a fishing or something. And Caleb like locked in. He was like sprinting the whole time, because if you don't sprint, you lose time and someone else might win. And he just spent the whole time legging it, and then he just like fell over after the challenge.
Jesus
and they
Christ.
and like he like they were like talking to him. He wasn't like he was like unresponsive. They had the mask over his face. They had an IV in his arm. They pulled him.
God
And it
damn.
pissed us off, and then he ended up coming back in like a few seasons later with Ty, and he got voted out like nearly immediately. And I was like, dude, because he was so good in the challenges, he was so sick. They evacuated 3 people
Jesus.
because some other guy had like an infection in his back and his knee, and like his back was chill, but they're like, yeah, no, your knee, this infection in your knee is gonna like fuck up your joint, and you might not be able to walk. So
God
we have
damn.
to, you gotta go. And then this old fucker who was 71
Oh my God.
and made it to the final 5. He was there for like for over a month on this fucking island at the age of 71. He was losing every challenge. He was horrible. It was crazy.
Good Lord. That's crazy. How
But-
do you get?
Didn't make any sense. But he just kept flying under the radar every single time. But he wins one challenge, goes to like have a night with like, he has like a meal, it's like a whole thing, and he comes back and was like, I ate too much. I ate too much, and now I can't piss. My prostate's too big. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm
my
in,
God.
and then like just over the course of a night, he like got medicine for it, didn't help. He had to be fucking evacuated, and they took out 3 people. And then they were gonna vote out this fucking bitch who like kind of sucked, but didn't really suck. She was all right, but she just wasn't ever doing anything. She ended up winning the whole fucking thing.
Damn.
And it pissed me off because the way that it works, which is also dumb as shit, is that you get to the top 3. Do you know how it works?
I think so.
You get to top 3, and then everybody who was voted out post merger, because like there's a bunch of teams, and then after a certain point they merge everybody into one thing. Everybody who was voted out post that merger votes on who's gonna win the game. The people like they become a jury and they vote, which I think is stupid as shit. I think it's very dumb because it just adds like an extra layer that to me is completely unnecessary. And they were gonna fucking vote this bitch out who won, but they didn't because they had to evacuate this senior motherfucker. So they didn't vote anybody out that episode, and she lived, and it pissed me off. And they fucking acted like she was doing cool shit. She got lucky. This old fuck nearly died. It pissed me off. But yeah, we watched the whole, and then I went to call my mom about it last night, and she didn't answer, and I was sad. I want to let you know.
Dude, I can't. I'm gonna watch through Survivor now, and I'm gonna get to like later on when all this shit happens, because I assume this is in like later seasons.
This was in 2016, so there's been there's more seasons since. This was season 32.
Yeah.
There is so much Survivor.
There's a lot of Survivor. I'm gonna be watching through it and just go, oh, it's him. It's the old dude. He's gonna die later.
He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. That fucker's gonna die.
Dude, I'm just gonna be watching through, trying to guess which person is the one who's gonna win by doing nothing.
Dude, okay. That's the thing. Is that that's what Survivor is? Is you fucking roll up and you go, who's gonna fucking win it? Somebody's gonna win. Who's cool? Who's chill? There's one person.
I'm gonna be doing it extra on that season though.
Dude, and apparently, like 20 years ago, there was this guy who was like, yeah, my fucking grandma died, like, days before this challenge, and I want to win this for her. Didn't happen. Full lie. He was using it to get through the challenge. Complete bullshit that he was just spouting.
That's strats right there.
It is. And it was like, yeah, that changed how the game was played. like from that point onward, like everything was different because he just completely lied about his whole fucking thing, and it was crazy. And apparently his nickname was Johnny Fairplay. I'm pretty sure that the season, because I'm pretty sure that the season where they came back, where Ty and Caleb came back, I watched, or at least I watched most of it, and I'm pretty sure that guy was in that season because the idea of the season was like, we're bringing back a bunch of old Survivor contestants that did a really good job and made good plays. It did good blind sides, you know.
Yep.
And also Caleb first, he died, but he was good at challenges. I also do the whole time watching the show being like, bam, shoot you in the head. I hate you. Bullet. Shot in the head. Where you stand right now. I just wanted to get voted out. but I'm voicing that by I want you to be murdered on the spot today. One bitch named Debbie, bro. Oh my god. I hated her so much.
Okay, Jack, can I be honest with you?
Uh-huh.
I'm over it now.
Are you?
I'm over the podcast.
Forever?
Yep.
We're done?
This is it. It's you talked about Survivor for a few minutes too long, buddy. And now we're done with Pot of the Dead.
We're gonna record Pot of the Dead Reacts, and that's the last Pot of the Dead content ever. Never happening again.
And then we're gonna do Pot of the Dead Reacts and go, we can't fucking upload this.
And so this is it.
This is the last content ever.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye from Pot of the Dead.
Pot of the Dead.
Bye from. I'm getting up.
It is 1:13.
Is 1:30? What?
Pot of the Dead 1:13.
Oh, I thought you were like we're an hour 13, and I was like we're not. We're not that. Bye.